Hello there! This is a review for the Orchard Corset CS-301 Waspie style corset. Here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. For the sitting test for this corset, you can see that it is quite short on my torso, and I have a shorter torso in general. And it does cause the bottom to bulge up, even though I don't usually have a very fleshy tummy with corsets. Because it's so short, it will tend to squish out of the bottom, and even the top. It tends to squish out a little bit on the back more for me than the front. But you can definitely sit in it no matter how long your torso is. So it is a pretty accommodating corset. First off, I wanted to let you guys know that Orchard Corset sent me all of these little waspy corsets as samples, and some of the fabrics are not available right now. So first we have a black cotton twill, and here is a black leather one. This one's super cute. It is a satin black and white stripe. Here is a satin just in plain white. And then my personal favorite is this black and white newsprint, which is a satin. The front of this corset is the same length as the center back of the corset, which is 7 3/4 inches, and the sides are 6 3/4 inches. It has a nice, comfy, curvy silhouette, and it's a 4-panel pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. It feels like there are 2 to 3 layers. There's possibly an interlining in there. The fashion layers comes in the different fabrics right now. I said there are leather, cotton, and satin. Currently, the colors you can purchase on their website for leather are black and brown. For cotton, it's black, beige, red and black, and pink. There's the satin print, which is the gold and black newsprint, and this one is the white and black newsprint. And there's also a brocade. The lining of all the corsets are a cotton twill, but sometimes they're black and sometimes they're white depending on the print. The waspy style corsets all have a very short waist tape in them that just go right between the bones here. I cannot tell if that affects the strength of the entire corset. I've been wearing these and they feel very strong. The buskets have 3 pins and they're 1/2 inch wide, and they're very, very sturdy. On the pin side of the corset there is an unstiffened modesty flap, and it's a little bit shorter than the edges of the corset, but it's actually not quite necessary for these corsets because when I close the busks there's absolutely no space between them. So it's useful for not pinching your skin as well. There are 10 total bones in this corset. 3 on each side are spiral steel in their own visible casings, and the backs have the normal flat steels around the grommets. The binding on these corsets vary in color and fabric depending on which fabric you buy, and it's neatly stitched on the outside and neat on the inside with the fabric folded under. There are 16 total silver grommets in their waspy style corsets, and they all have been set very nicely. Orchard Corset has improved their grommets over the past years, and this is probably the best I've seen from them. Each of the waspy corsets have their own little matching modesty panel that goes with the fabric of choice, and it is sewn on in the back, so you can easily take it off if you wanted to with a seam ripper. The modesty panels are 5.5 inches wide across, so you could easily wear this corset with about a 2 to 3 inch gap in the back and not have the panel completely tucked in. Each corset has a strong set of laces. These are black flat nylon with very little stretch in them. And the white corset I got has round cord cotton laces, and I don't know if they will put those in other corsets, but this was a sample, and it's also very strong. I find that lacing this corset up can be a little bit challenging. It's not too hard. It's more challenging due to the fact that there are fewer grommets and there's less friction to keep the laces from slipping open while you're lacing up. But you don't have to pull on each X as much. You pretty much just can pull at the waist and it'll close fairly easily, and then you just have to make sure to tie your bow without it loosening up again. I'm very pleased with the style of this waspie from Orchard Corset. The shape is very nice and curvy for such a small corset with so few panels on each side. It would be an improvement if Orchard Corset would put more bones in their corsets between the panels, especially if you get a bigger size. These are size 20. The more fabric that you have in a corset, like the bigger the corset gets, the more stress is put onto the panels, and without enough tension to support the fabric, you can get more wrinkling in there. It is also more comfortable when you have more bones in a corset usually. These waspie style corsets are very versatile for different outfits to wear as fashion, and they're also comfortable to wear because you can have more movement in your body when you're doing something around the house or running errands, just because they're so short and small. Be aware that waspie style corsets that are this short will give you some spillage of your skin on the top and the bottom because it's not long enough to contain it. So when you're squeezing your waist here, the skin has to go somewhere, and even though I'm pretty petite, I still get spillage myself, as you could see in the first part of the video. So a short corset may not be flattering on every figure. I love that Orchard Corset has a variety of fabric options right now for this waspie style, and I do hope that they get more in the future, and you guys can let them know on Facebook too if you have any ideas of what types of fabric you would enjoy. This particular corset has just such a cute fabric on it with all the words and newsprint, the old style corset advertisement on it. It's just absolutely adorable. Unfortunately, my favorite corset came with defected busk pins here. They are actually bent inwards for whatever reason. I did try to fix them with pliers and they just would not bend at all. But as you can see, I could still get the corset on. It was still wearable, but I'm not sure how well they would hold up in the future. If you ever do get a defected corset like that with something wrong with it, Orchard Corset has very good returns and exchange policies, so definitely let them know if you ever find that your corset has a problem just like that. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and thanks for watching.